Meeting to order at 3:02 on July 15th, 2024. This is a committee of the meeting of the Southside Fire Station Building Committee. Participants who wish to speak must raise the hand icon until the chair asks them to unmute. If anyone in the audience is recording or videotaping, please acknowledge at this time.
Mr. Chairman, Michael Roush with the Board Enterprise. I am audio recording.
Thank you, sir. Access to the meeting will be by calling the following conference line: 1-929-205-6099. The Zoom meeting ID is 882-2311-6000, and the password is capital letters SSFS. We'll call the meeting to order. Do you have attendance?
I do.
Okay, attendance has already been taken by Rob. Introduction of new members. Jean?
Jean Azarovitz on the Select Board.
For a member of the Select Board is replacing Peter Meyer, just a change on the committee assignments. So the first thing, I would ask Marlene to describe or give us information.
I'm sorry, interrupt. I'd also like to introduce Acting Fire Chief Palanzi as a member.
Sorry, absolutely. Like I couldn't tell the difference between the two. Great. A new chief, acting chief. All right, and Marlene, you're going to discuss the RFP responses?
Yes, I'm happy to do that. So, as you know, the latest round of RFPs were due at 4 p.m. on Friday. And we opened those, and I do have some maps to show you as well. So we opened those. There are 4 different parcels for your consideration, and they're actually arranged so that it is 2 pairs of abutting pieces. So I'm gonna pull up some maps and we can go through them. Oh, you know what? I have to share my screen. Hang on, sorry. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit. I may. All right, so the first pair of parcels is on the north end of the south side. And this is, if you can see my cursor, MacArthur Boulevard is right here. This is the divided highway. And this is the school property up here. Waterhouse Road is shown right here, kind of running over here. So I will say that the parameters that we put in the RFP did say we wanted a location south of Waterhouse Road. So this particular pair is a little bit north of that parameter. But what was submitted is 130 MacArthur Boulevard, which is this property here with frontage on MacArthur. It is 62,700 square feet approximately, and the RFP price is $2 million in the RFP. The second piece of property that was submitted as part of this RFP is number 3 Angelo Drive, which is this piece deeper and tucked behind 130. This is about the same size. It's 1.3 acres. So 130 is about 1.4 acres, and number 3 is about 1.3 acres. And the RFP price for number 3, Angelo Drive, is 1 million. So both of these properties are well outside of the flood zone, the flood hazard area. There are no mapped wetlands on these properties. And these properties are not within the Water Resource Protection District. The second set of properties that you received are off of Clay Pond Road. And you received a response for 171 Clay Pond Road, and this property is just under an acre. It's at 40,032 square feet, so it's about 40,000 square feet plus or minus. The RFP price for that is 1.5 million. The second piece of this pair that was received is a portion of lot 169, Clay Pond Road. So 169 is this big, I don't know, A-shaped area back here. But the piece that they submitted is this hatched area in teal. And that is 15,600 square feet. That would essentially, if the town wanted to explore this, that would be kind of annexed, and this lot would be subdivided and then combined. But that is 15,600 square feet, and the RFP asking price is 975,000. Now, this property is also outside of the flood hazard area. There are no wetlands mapped on site, and the Water Resource Protection District is just to the south of it, so it is out. The other side of Clay Pond Road is the line, and that is shown here in this gray hatched area. So that's what we know. That's what we know as far as the RFP responses.
Molly, can you just clarify? I thought I heard you say that you described the water protection zone, and you said this property is out. You mean it's outside that area?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys, you can see Clay Pond Road? Are you looking at Clay Pond Road?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So the hatched area is within the district, is within the Water Resource Protection District. So this site, 171, and this portion of 169 is outside. It falls outside of the line for the Water Resource Protection District.
But the second piece of property, the hatched area you said is included in this proposal.
So this map is showing two areas that are hatched. This hatched area in teal, right here.
Okay.
This 15,600 square foot rectangle.
Yes.
This is a piece that was submitted as a response to the RFP. So this hatched area in teal is a piece that is being offered for consideration for $975,000. This area. This area sat on the south side of Clay Pond Road, down here. This hatched area in gray is the Water Resource Protection District.
Okay.
Do you see what, so this piece, this
Sliver.
yeah, this narrow rectangle is one piece that you received from the RFP. And this is a portion of 169. This is a portion of 169. And then this neighboring piece you also received separately as a submission to the RFP. And 171 is 40,000 square feet.
Okay,
And both of these, because they're on the north side of Clay Pond Road, both of these pieces are outside of the Water Resource Protection District, which is called out down below here.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, Chief, from your perspective, response time based on prior analysis, do you have an opinion of which property is better for response?
Clay Pond is right within the area that we looked at, you know, the desired area.
Okay,
And the MacArthur Boulevard, I don't think we've looked specifically from that location because it's never been on our radar.
correct, because it was too far north.
Exactly. So I don't know if that's something we can try to run. I don't know how much that's going to impact being that from there.
So my second question is, on the Clay Pond Road site, has the project manager or the architect, do we know whether or not that is large enough for any recommended building?
So I have not asked Rick or Mark to do any fit tests. I don't intend on having them spend any effort on kind of exploring this until the committee votes that, you know, there's a direction they want to go here. So right now, we have not done any fit tests of a building, but the total of both is over 1 acre.
Do both lots have to be bought together? Is that what you mean by pairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I think we need both lots together in both proposals in order to meet the requirements that we need.
So I know that Carol has a question, but Wayne, I think that is an important consideration for the committee. All 4 of these parcels are being offered separately. So if, for example, 171 on this map or 130 MacArthur Boulevard on this map, if either one of the parcels with the frontage works independently, you are not obligated, the town is not obligated to buy both. You received each of these as 4 separate standalone responses.
Okay.
I thought they were pairs.
So it's shown on our sheet as the two pairs being, the two parcels each being paired together, but what Marlene is saying is we don't have to vote to pair them at this point until we find out whether or not the building will fit there.
Right.
Is that correct, Marlene?
Yes,
Yeah,
so,
okay.
and, I mean, remember that kind of the first step is negotiating to see if we can reach terms.
Correct.
But, and Carol did have her hand up, Wayne.
Yes, Carol.
I'm sorry, I don't have access to my hand raising thing here.
Okay.
What does it mean when it's not, in the water resource district? Does that mean they would have to have wells?
No, so, and the next item, and if it's all right with you, Wayne,
Yes.
I think if we combine the conversation with number 5 on the agenda,
Yes.
it will help. So, first of all, the Water Resource Protection District it's a zoning overlay that is mapped because of the recharge areas for the public water supply wells. And the piece that's important about the Water Resource Protection District is we want to be careful that we're not locating any land uses in there that could endanger your wells with contamination. And the reason that this is such a big deal with fire stations is that fairly recently, within like the past 5 years or so, Mass DEP has started promulgating drinking water standards for PFAS in drinking water that are very, very low tolerance. So, and PFAS is important when we're talking about fire stations because it's a large component of the foam. The AFFF is PFAS. It's made out of it's PFAS. That's what it is. So a lot of cities and towns are running into problems because of PFAS contamination in their wells based on these new DEP standards that could have come from fire stations or burn buildings and firefighting training areas. So for number 5, for the Shore Road property, I want to apologize. And I want to say that back in the fall, when we started looking at Shore Road, I did a quick check to see if Shore Road was in the Water Resource Protection District, and I did it wrong. I looked at the map, I misread the map, and I did not think it was within the Water Resource Protection District, but I also had the planning office confirm and double check my work. And on July 1st, the planning office, Wayne, are you looking at a different map now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so the planning office confirmed on July 1st, they kind of did a whole analysis of the Shore Road property, and I'm not sure what color it's showing up on your screen, but this large mustard yellowish area is the town of Bourne's Water Resource Protection District. The dark line is the Zone 2, which is the DEP line for the well recharge area, but the whole mustard area is the town's Water Resource Protection District, and frankly, it would be unwise to put a fire station in this area given what we know about the DEP regulations. So I really apologize. I was rushing and I obviously messed this up, but as you can see, the whole Shore Road piece is within the Water Resource Protection District. So I would actually not recommend moving forward with Shore Road anymore because of that zoning overlay district. And again, I am sorry that I did not catch this earlier.
Okay. Any questions from board members?
Do we need to make a official
So what I,
motion on that?
okay, seeing no questions from board members, I would recommend that somebody make a motion to rescind the recommendation of Shore Road. You need that to go before the board, correct? Okay, so that'll be one motion. And then a second motion to recommend what we want to do with these parcels. So relative to the information that we've just been given, that they are technically 4 separate proposals. Does it make sense to recommend 169 Clay Pond Road? I'm sorry,
171.
171 Clay Pond Road,
And 160, yeah.
okay? We have to, I think we have to make a recommendation separately because they're separate parcels.
Should we do the rescinding first?
Yes. Would you like to make a motion?
Don't make that motion, sir.
Okay. Second.
We rescind the, going after the property on Shore Road, and what, as we know, is the ball field area.
So you're rescinding our prior recommendation to the
Right.
Board of Selectmen to to build a
fire
property,
station.
fire station on Shore Road.
Right.
Okay. And that's seconded by the chief. Okay, you got that, sir?
Yep.
Okay, and I'll take a roll call vote. Peter Lindbergh,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Chief,
Yes.
Carol Lynch,
Yes.
Jean?
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes.
Kyle's on the screen.
Kyle, you on?
I am. I
Oh.
say yes.
You say yes. Excellent, sir. Thank you. Okay, so the second motion that we have to make is to propose one of these parcels. And unless somebody has a different opinion, I would propose that we do a separate motion for 171
Okay?
so that the town can speak with the architects and project managers and see if it fits there. If it fits there and the town is comfortable that, okay, they can do it with that, that's fine. But we do a second motion in the event they need additional space. Already give you the authority to also negotiate with 169?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, Marlene, is that something you do consecutively?
Marlene, is that what you want?
I think that makes a lot of sense, that it would be a recommendation to the select board tomorrow
Correct.
night. And then the select board would vote to authorize me, to pursue negotiating for 171 Clay Pond Road. And if necessary, also negotiating for the portion of 169 Clay Pond Road.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that. The reason, and just for public knowledge, my reason for recommending that piece of property is the proximity to the central location between the two major districts. We know that property, it's been researched before, it's been considered before for its value, easy access to 28, as well as being in the middle of the two zones for response time. And then if for some reason these parcels fall through, then we always can reconsider again and go back to see whether or not, with the project manager and the fire department, whether or not those other parcels are even viable. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so, can I have a motion to recommend to the Board of Selectmen the parcel located at 171 Clay Pond Road for consideration?
So move.
Okay, moved by Peter,
Second.
second by Rob. We'll take a roll call vote. Peter?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Kyle?
Yes.
Chief,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Jean,
Yes.
and I'm a yes, and I was also a yes on the prior one. Okay, so we've just taken a vote, and it passed to recommend 169 Clay Pond Road. Do I have a motion, a second motion here, that in the event the town needs additional land to site the building, that we then consider 169 Clay Pond Road?
So moved.
Okay? You got that, Rob?
Yep.
Okay. We have a motion, and we have it seconded. We'll take a roll call vote. Peter?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Kyle?
Yes.
Chief?
Yes.
Carol?
Yes.
Jean?
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Okay. We recognize that we do have two other parcels that are just north of the district, kind of outside, and it hasn't been vetted yet by the committee or anybody else. So we'll hold those in abeyance until we see whether or not the town is able to do this one. Comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay. Sir?
Wayne, when we discussed building design, we already voted to have the office and living quarters as a two-story building with a
Correct.
garage attached. So we don't have to really go back and visit that. It might have to be Ouija'd, but that's the basic design that we approved.
I assumed that they were gonna use that design.
I hope so.
To, well, just because of the size of the property.
Yeah.
They'd have to.
Right.
I mean, my concern is, quite honestly, is that this appears to be the smallest of the properties that we've looked at so far.
Yes.
And I want to make sure, and Chief, you really need to let the committee know whether or not where they place the building, you're able to maneuver your vehicles in a safe manner.
Absolutely.
That's a huge issue. It's a big concern of mine. That we have the proper turning radiuses and stuff like that. Okay.
And I don't have the current design, like, right in front of me now.
Sure.
I'd have to see what that was approved, because I wasn't on the committee at that point, but yeah.
So it's very possible that this second parcel would come into play if we're talking about turning radiuses in off of Clay Pond, or even getting out, possibly. Okay? Okay, good. Any comments from anybody that's listening? Carol, or, no? Okay. If there's no further discussion on this, the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of May 7th, 2024.
Yeah, so moved.
So moved by Peter,
Second.
second by Rob. We'll take a roll call vote. Peter?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Kyle?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's already
I
gone.
think, yeah, I think Kyle had to go.
Yeah, okay. Chief? No, you have to abstain.
I was going to, yep.
Yeah, abstain.
Okay, right. Carol?
Yes.
And Jean, you're going to abstain?
As well, yeah.
Great, thank you. And I'm a yes. Okay.
Wayne,
Yes.
there was another item on the agenda to discuss how you want to update the select board tomorrow. I don't know if the committee wants to, talk about that anymore, about.
Jean, do
who's
you want to update the board,
I can
or?
brief the select board, yeah, while I'm in
Right.
attendance, if that's.
I mean, is there any reason for us to be there, or for me to be there? Or just have Jean do it?
I'll be there, Jean will be there. I just
Okay.
want to make sure that the committee is comfortable with me and Jean kind of updating the select board, if that's what you guys are okay with.
Yeah.
We're very confident that you will accurately represent,
I appreciate your confidence.
represent the votes taken today.
Yeah.
All right? Okay, good. As far as the next meeting, I think we have to wait and see, A, whether or not negotiations are successful, and whether or not the building or whatever design is currently the latest. I'm assuming that the one you're referring to is the one that they had drawn up quickly to see if it would fit on Barlow's?
Yeah, that's the only one we did.
That's the only one that,
That's the only one we
Okay.
have.
okay.
That was 4 bays plus the attached living quarters and office area.
Okay. Does anybody from the public want to say anything? On screen, anybody from the, no? Okay. Thank you very much. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, by Rob and seconded by Peter. Take a roll call vote. Peter Lindbergh,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Kyle is no, well, staying, absent. Chief,
Sure. Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Jean,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Hopefully, this is going to, we adjourned. Okay.